I'm excited. I'm excited to go out there and prove that I really am one of the best prospects the sport has seen in a long, long time. And people hype this guy up to say he's one of the best strikers in the division. Well, I hold myself to that regard, and I'm going out there to prove that I am the best striker in this division.
I was going to be my next question. I'm so happy you said that. Are you confident you can go in there and you don't need, who knows what happens? Maybe it does happen, maybe it doesn't. But are you confident you can go in and you can beat him in that octagon, standing up and striking with him, Ian?
I am confident I can beat any single fighter in the welterweight division stood up on the feet. I am confident I can get my hand raised and be a dominant champion in the UFC welterweight division for a long, long time to come. And I'm going to prove it.
I don't know if you were a fan of his coming up. He's been around. MVP has for a long time. Did you enjoy watching him, Ian, as a bit of a younger guy? And is this a bit of a thrill to fight a guy who has been around for a long time and has been a part of pretty big fights?
Have you ever sat down and watched the Bellator event?
You're gonna get me in trouble, man.
Answer it. Be honest.
I have.
The truth. Have you ever sat down and watched the Bellator event?
Here and there.
Yeah. Oh, I think by the laugh on your face is a fucking no. Sorry. No, I didn't watch his stuff. Of course, I seen highlights of his stuff because he was fighting nobodies on Bellator to make a name for himself. But no, I don't have him in this high regard like other people do. I think he's very good at his style of that point kickboxing, taekwondo-esque style of that in and out, frustrating people. But I'm a different level.
He has been known to showboat in the cage. Ian, do you expect that he's going to do any of those things, the antics, during your fight? And if he does, what should he expect?
Listen, if I was fighting 40-year-old butchers from the middle of nowhere who were just coming in to take a paycheck, then absolutely I'd fucking showboat, as does he. But I'm a whole different kettle of fish. And when he steps in that octagon with me, he's going to keep that fast movement. He's going to try stay true to himself in that mannerism. But I guarantee you, he's going to be very, very cautious about his shot selection. He is going to be fearing for his life with the speed and the technique that I possess. So I don't think we see a lot of it. I think we see someone who's very locked in and very focused because he knows how dangerous I am.
You have been, and you've talked about this, that you have not been rushing your ascent to the top of this division. You've been very methodical. Talk about the decision, Ian, to fight a guy who is ranked lower than you now. And, I could sit here and make an argument, hey, this is a risk for you, Ian. Why do you not care about that? And why are you saying, hey, I'm going to fight this guy even if he is ranked below me?
So it was a long process to find an opponent, right? I wanted to fight on June 29th because I wanted to fight in the same card as Conor McGregor. I wanted to represent the Irish on the biggest stage possible. And having him and myself represent our country on the biggest stage together would have been a dream come true. Now, obviously, Conor is not fighting anymore, and it's upsetting and frustrating for everyone involved in the sport who's a fan of it, who's a part of the UFC, who's a part of the fan base, but also for Conor himself. So I'm still fighting. I'm still going to go out there and do what my plan was, which is to represent the Irish. And I was never really excited to fight MVP. I never had anyone to fight anybody below me in the rankings. But he was the only guy that had said yes. So I'm grateful that he said yes. And I'm grateful that he's going to show up on June 29th because it's his scalp that's getting added to this beautiful tricolour tally tee. Yeah, the 15-0. That's what's happening. Representing Ireland, 15-0, and he's the one who's getting notched off.
That's a really cool shirt. Who said no? Who said no, Ian? Who are some of the big name guys who did not?
Honestly, obviously, everybody's seen the fight I wanted. Everybody's seen the guy I was calling out. The guy I wanted was Colby Covington, but he ran. And the truth is, he was the only person above me that could fight. Everyone else was out with injuries.
Right.
Anybody below him is irrelevant. Right. Anybody else below me is irrelevant. I just wanted to fight on that night, and I took the first person that said yes. So sitting here and giving people credit for saying no or mentioning people who said no, I'm not doing it.
Understood. I was going to ask you about Conor, and I knew you would be really upset about what happened. I know how much you look forward to him. Yeah. How much of like a punch to the gut was that when you heard the news that Conor wasn't going to be able to fight?
So I was on holiday, on a golfing holiday. It broke. The news broke while I was out on the golf course, and my team didn't tell me until I finished my holiday, because they wanted me to really enjoy my time and enjoy my time golfing and just really taking myself out of this chaotic schedule and lifestyle of preparing for a fight and really slow down. And I didn't have my phone. I'm just disconnecting with the world and really being present with my family, my loved ones, and golf. So absolutely, it's frustrating and it's upsetting. But firstly, we have to sit here and understand that there is no one that it is more frustrating for than Conor himself.
Right.
And when you put that into perspective and you think about, everyone was excited, the numbers, he broke records already. Like, he was breaking the records of the pay-per-view buys and stuff. It just shows that he is the single greatest draw the UFC has ever seen and one of the greatest athletes mixed martial arts has ever seen. So to fight on the same card as him would have been an honor. But I fought on many cards without Conor before, and I'm going to fight on many that I'm not on the same card as him. So I'm looking forward to the day that me and him get to share our card. And you know what? Maybe this means we finally get to bring it back to Ireland. Maybe this means me and him together, we can push the return. Him main event, me co-main event, and we get to do it in Croke Park or the Aviva Stadium, and we sell out Ireland like we know we should.